Reaching the highest rank in Master Duel is tedious, but not necessarily difficult, given that you have the time, the patience, and most importantly of all, a good deck. This is made a lot easier via the tools offered in-game, such as the crafting mechanic and the ability to buy gems. Thanks to these features alone, building any tier 1 deck is possible with a few clicks of a mouse. However, this doesn't apply to me. I've decided to take on the ultimate Master Duel challenge. Starting off with 3 structure decks and a budget of 1500 gems per episode, I'll be attempting to climb the competitive Master Duel ladder till I reach Master Rank 1. No crafting, nor buying gems. I'll have to solely rely on my ability to outplay my opponent and the luck of the pool. This is Master Duel from scratch. Hey guys, and welcome back to Master Duel from scratch. If you watched the last episode of this series, then you're fully aware of how rough of a time we had. Not only did we have some abysmal luck when it came to our pack openings, but in general, our performance during our duels was somehow even worse. We ended that last episode with a horrendous record of 4-6. Yeah, that bad. And I've come to the conclusion that we're completely going to drop the ritual package from our deck. I don't want to have to deal with it ever again. While it was super cool to pull off whenever things went well, the package was far too cumbersome most of the time. That being said, this deck is in dire need of more powerful cards and extenders. And I do plan on remedying this on today's episode, but without further ado, let's go to the shop. Alright, we're now at the card shop, and for today's episode, I'm actually planning on opening 2 of the bundle packs. The first being the Triple Tack pack, and the other being the Forbidden Droplets pack. Throughout the last few episodes of this series, I've noticed that this deck is super hypersensitive to interruptions from our opponents, whether it be from their hand traps or their monsters on field. And that's why we're going into both of these packs for today's episode. The Triple Tack pack should be able to help us with any of the hand traps our opponent might activate on our turn, while the Forbidden Droplet pack should help us with any monsters on field. Not only that, but I think that just in general we need more generic good cards, and I'm hoping that in 20 packs we at least find a couple of new playable cards. But with that being said, let's go 10 packs deep into the Triple Tack pack and see what we can get. Alright, looks like we're starting off with a holo pack. Alright. Interesting. When did this reptilian card get printed? Pretty neat. Alright, what's our holo though? Damn. I don't think we can make this card. It's really cool though, but there's no way in hell this deck is actually making it. Alright, well, pack 2. Alright, pack 2 then. Let's see. Never mind, this is just an Abyss Actor card. Neat card, but we don't have Warrior in our deck. Don't have enough Predator plants to make use of this. Well, this pack was a bust. On to the next. Alright, pack 3, and it's an ultra rare pack. Okay, hopefully there's something useful here. Let's go through these packs quickly. Alright, seems like we got nothing. What's the ultra rare? Damn, it's a gaudy synchro. Well, this is unplayable for us. What a shame. Where are all the Xyz monsters? We haven't gotten like a single usable Xyz for our deck. Alright, pack 4. So far we haven't gotten all that much. Like, oh, actually anything in all seriousness. Volcasaurus, is that a rank 7? Nope, it's not even close. It's rank 5. Alright, well, pack 5. Let's go. Oh, Oasis, that's interesting. At least it's playable, I suppose. We can say that much. What's this? Never mind. It works only for water monsters. Fabled card. Recruiter. That's neat. Okay. Nothing for pack 5 either. Pack 6. Oh wow. Only 1 secret pack so far. That's rough. Oh, Jizukiru. It'd be cooler if we ended up getting what's his name? Radiant, the dark kaiju. It's like a level 7, I believe, also. That'd be nice. Oh, Void Trap Hole. It's actually pretty playable. Maybe we'll try it out. Maybe we'll try it out or something. We'll see. On to the next pack. Pack 7, and it's just the Lyrillus card. And I can't really use it. Magic Key. Nah. We keep on getting Magic Key cards, I feel like. But I don't think they're very playable, though. Alright, pack 8. Oh, shit. 2 supers in this pack. Nice. What's this? It's bad, that's what it is. Um, Branded Beast. Can't really use it. Mana Dragon. Now isn't now this is a throwback from my early days playing Duel Links. I used to play this in my Dark Magician deck. Clear World. I've never seen this card in my life. Interesting. Alright, well what's the hollows though? Oh god, another Amazoness card. We keep on getting so many of these. At one point we should just move on to Amazoness, it feels like. Oh, the Satellar Trap. Too bad we can't use it. Satellars just do not work with any other archetype, really. Alright, last two packs. Pack 9. Yubel, neat. Oh man, I forgot the Fire Fist had gotten support a while back. These cards are so cool. I don't see anything else. Okay, let's skip. Ultra rare is... Oh! Gate to the Dark World. Now this is enticing. Dark World Dark Magicians doesn't sound half bad at all. Alright, let's open the last pack now. Alright, last pack. Let's see what we have. Let's see. Can we end on something good? Another Time Lord. This is our second one now, I believe. Interesting. I don't know if they're playable though. And this is Dragon Support, not playable. PK card. Not really good though. Alright, what's our super rare though? Megaroid City. Wow, epic. Oh man. Neo Super Quanto Mech King Blaster Magna. Ridiculous name for a card. Alright, well, this is unplayable. I don't think I have to say it, but yeah, we can't use this. Alright, looks like we have some interesting secret packs to go into, but I've already decided. We're not opening any secret packs today, we're just gonna open another bundle pack. We need more generic cards that are usable in our deck. At this point, I feel like it's gonna be very difficult to get a full engine unless we dedicate at least 10 packs into a certain secret pack. So, with that being said, let's go into the Forbidden Droplet bundle pack. Pack 1. Let's see. Didn't we already get this card in our last pack? Whatever. Oh! Paleozoic Canadia. Now this is cool. Paleo Frog's one of my personal favorite decks. I don't know what that says about me though. Alright, next pack. Pack 2. What in the name of hell is this? Interesting. Too bad I don't have any rank 7 monsters. Alright, what's the super rare? Oh my, Stone. Wow. Blue Eyes card. Great, I love Blue Eyes. Whatever, pack 3. Oh dear god, at this point we should just be playing Amazonas. Spygow. Spiral Dark Magician sounds kinda neat though. Is that Snowman Eater? Cute card, but we're not playing it. And the rest of these cards are duds. Alright, next pack, I guess. Pack 4, let's see. Can we use this Raid Raptor card? No, not really. Alright, oh, Trap Tricks, but not one we can use. Damn. Super rare is a Marensa's card. Cool archetype, but we can't use it, unfortunately. Alright, pack 5. Let's open these packs up and what the hell is this? Junk Sleep. This card is not good. Moving on. Oh man, it's the Dark World Fusion spell. God, the new Dark World support was really good. From the structure that we got at the TCG. Honestly, kind of regretting not going into the Dark World Secret Pack at this point. Tome Bird. Dude, can't we get so many cool extra deck cards, but like none of them are really useful for Dark Magician. What a shame. Alright, what's the actual super for this pack though? Oh, the automat rank up spell. Okay, let's move on. Pack 7. Dragon Mate card. Don't care. Fire King Island. And nah, we can't use this. Alright. On to the super rare. And it's Executor. I wish Vendritz was a better archetype than what it really is. It's so cool looking. It's honestly one of the coolest archetypes in the game. Well, what a shame it's ass. Moving on. Pack 8. Advanced Dragon. Never mind, this card is unplayable. It's actually really bad. Needs my normal summon. Ew. Alright, last 2 packs. Pack 9. And this pack has an ultra rare. Heck yeah. Flight Trap. Honestly, at this rate, we'll have a Predaplant deck in no time. Chain. Oh, Edge of Chain is so good. I love Fluffle. It's such a cool archetype. What's this? This is such a silly card, but could be playable non-ironically. And the ultra rare is oh shit. Did not expect this at all. Holy crap. So our Soul Servant spell card just got way better. Holy crap. This is okay. This is a good ass pack. I am satisfied with today's opening alone with pulling Mahad. That's wild. Head judging. God, dude, this card literally gave me PTSD from Duel Links. What a blighted card. And the ultra rare is an Earthbound card. Well, whatever. We actually pulled pretty good this all things considered. I'm feeling good. Let's get into the deck building. I'm actually kind of excited for today's duels. Alright, so here we are at the deck profile, and as you can see, we completely pivoted off the ritual part of the deck. After last episode's showing, I don't really want to deal with rituals ever again. The deck performed really poorly, and it was really rough to get through those duels. So today we're going to go with the good old reliable fusion part of the deck. And with that being said, let's go over the card by card. We have 3 Dark Magicians, 3 Magician Souls, 3 Magician's Rod, we're still playing the Ash, the Dark Magician Girl, and a new addition, Paladin Oracle of Mahad. So this is mostly here just because it's a nice card to draw randomly for a turn, because it can special summon itself, and if it battles a dark monster, which is a very common type, it becomes 5,000 attack points. So not half bad. The other reason we're playing this card is because it's a name for Soul Servant. With Soul Servant, if we have Dark Magician, Dark Magician Girl, and Mahad in the graveyard, we're able to draw 3 cards, which is not half bad. And also, let's be real, we don't have that many good cards that we want to be playing in our deck as it is. So for now, we're going to be playing him. If this card ends up breaking us, we might take it out. So let's keep that in mind. We're still playing the Kashtira Ogre because it's Kashtira Ogre. We're back to 3 copies of Tamiya's the United Dragon. I want to go back to this because I want to go ahead and narrow in on fusion summoning Dark Magician the Dragon Knight, which is going to be the win con again. Of course, we're still on 3 copies of Illusion of Chaos because it's going to give us access to our Rod and Souls. You know that though. Regeki, Dark Magic Attack, Magical Ice Fusion, it's back in the deck, and our new addition, Triple Tactics Talent. I am super excited to play with this card because after getting hand trapped so many times last episode, I need this card. We're down to 2 copies of Magician's Salvation, 2 copies of Dark Magic Circle. I don't like seeing this card that often, but when I see it, it is nice. It sucks whenever you activate Circle and get into another circle. That's really, really unfun. So we're going to bump this down to 2. The deck is already consistent enough, so I don't think we need 3. We have the 1 copy of Illusion Magic. I've been loving this card so far. 3 Soul Servant because it's the best card in the deck. 3 copies of Secrets of Dark Magic because we needed. We're playing the 1 copy of Forbidden Droplets. For now, I feel like this card's gonna be pretty good. Well, I'm iffy on it because our deck isn't able to take full advantage of the full negated board. However, it seems like a good interaction if we are able to set it and then just negate everything on our opponent's side of the field during their turn. So we'll try it out for now. And for the trap cards, we're playing Bottomless, the newly added Canadia, Infinite Impermanence, Solemn Judgment, and Eternal Soul. A nice and tidy 40 card deck, and it looks pretty good if you ask me. And now for the extra deck. We're playing, of course, Dark Magician Girl and Dark Magician the Dragon Knights, 3 copies of Dark Magicians. We're still on Master of Chaos, which doesn't come up that often. Quintet Magician, we've yet to summon this card. Arcanite Magician, just in case we're able to make it. Bestial Despart, just because, again, just in case we can make it. We're on Imduct, the World Chalice Dragon, a card that, surprisingly enough, I've been ignoring for a while now, but it's pretty decent as a monster to link our Dark Magician out of the way for. We're still on Heraldic Seals of Heavenly Spheres, just in case. Cross Sheep, Deco Talker, and Rasta Liger. As I said, This feels like probably the most optimal way to address the deck, just because we don't really have another way to pivot besides Ritual and or Fusion. However, I feel really confident about this build, and with that being said, let's get into the duels. I forgot to mention this last episode, but because the season resets every month, we were demoted from our gold tier all the way to silver. So unfortunately, we're going to be starting off today's episode on silver tier 3. With that being said, let's see how we did on the first duel. Duel 1, we go first, and our opening hand is looking a little suspect. We open 2 of our deck's garnets, which isn't great, but we try to make the most of it. Midway through my plays, I end up messing up and send both Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girl to the graveyard, which prevented me from making any fusion summons. Worst of all, my opponent then reveals that they're playing Bestials, which fills me with tons of dread since Bestial is one of my worst matchups. With not much else to do, I pass my turn. It's then my opponent's turn and they go through a few branded plays. That ends them with having a Mirror Jade on their field. Great, I'm facing Bestial branded. This should be fun. My opponent fails to clear my entire field, but however, they don't leave me with all that much to work with. It's now my turn and I draw into a copy of Secrets of Dark Magic. I use the effect of Magician of Chaos on hand to get a copy of Rod. With that Rod, I then search for a copy of Illusion Magic. This should allow me to have some plays open up now. However, as I try to fusion summon, my opponent stops me with the activation of their trap card. However, as they do this, they have to get rid of Mirror Jade in order to do so. So it wasn't all that bad. It's now my opponent's turn once again, and they manage to get a copy of Branded Fusion to their hand. Great. By the end of their turn, they managed to summon Alba Lenatus the Abyss Dragon and Lubellion the Searing Dragon, which was a pleasant surprise since I don't actually have to deal with another copy of Mirror Jade. They deal a butt ton of damage, but I managed to survive. On my turn, I draw into a copy of Tamias. This then allows me to summon the Dragon Knight and get rid of their Lubellion. On their turn, my opponent moves to the defensive and sets a card, and passes turn. As soon as it's my turn again, my opponent decides to destroy my monster with the activation of Punishment. With my draw being a dud, I end up passing. Somehow I manage to survive my opponent's turn and get one last chance to see if I can win this duel. I draw for a turn and get the best card in my deck, Soul Servant. I replenish my hand, set a copy of Judgment, Eternal Soul, and then pass my turn. My opponent decides to not attack me for some reason, and during the end phase, I then special summon the Dragon Knight back to my field. On my turn, I end up popping the hell off, so much so that my opponent decides to scoop. Wow, that was quite the duel. A whole 11 turns, that's wild. Also, this duel did end up getting us to silver rank too, so that's pretty neat. On to the next duel. During duel 2, I got to go first again, but my opponent had a little surprise for me at the beginning of the standby phase. They decide to max C me, so I now have to tread carefully during my turn. I begin the turn with the normal summon of Rod to get a copy of Circle, which then fetches me a copy of Soul Servant. I use the effect of Magician's Souls to send a copy of Dark Magician Girl to the graveyard, however, I don't special summon anything, in order to prevent my opponent from drawing a card. I get a copy of Secrets of Dark Magic, set it, and then pass my turn. During my opponent's turn, I immediately summon a copy of the Dark Magician, hoping to capitalize off any activated effects they may use. My opponent then reveals that they're playing Blackwing, and I prepare myself. After last episode, I need to redeem myself from that loss. They use the effect of Bestial Magna Hut, and now I am dreading this duel. Man, it seems like I cannot escape these damn Bestial cards, they're everywhere. However, my opponent doesn't do all that much during their turn after the summon of Magna Hut, besides just run over my monster, which ends up benefiting me more in the end. On my turn, I try to see if I can't end this duel with the normal summon of Magician's Rod, but it gets ashed. However, this then allows me to activate the effect of Triple Attack in hand to steal my opponent's Magna Hut and go for game. Oh my god. I am so glad I opened up this bundle pack. It feels so good to actually be able to play through any interruption. Duel 3 had me going first once again. Man, I've been actually getting real lucky with these coin flips. My opening hand was pretty decent, and I ended on a board of the Dragon Knight backed up with an Eternal Soul, and you know what, that's not half bad. During my opponent's turn, they begin with the activation of Infinite Impermanence, negating the Dragon Knight's effect. They then reveal that they are playing Blue Eyes. By the time they enter battle phase, they have a field of Blue Eyes White Dragon, Dictator RD, and White Son of Ancients. I decide to use the effect of Eternal Soul and summon Dark Magician to the field, to then tribute it off for the effect of Rod. This gives me a great follow-up on my turn. They do a little bit of damage, but I live. It's then my turn again, and it's about time I wrap this duel up. I summon Rod, search Circle, I use the effect to summon Dragon Knight back to the field, banish a monster on the field, and enter battle phase. I fusion summon twice, giving more than enough damage to win the duel. Woo! It feels good to win a duel so convincingly. You know what? I am having such a good feeling about this week. Compared to last week, this deck is actually doing so well. Let's keep this up. During Duel 4, I found myself going up against Super Heavy Samurai, a deck that I refuse to learn how it works. However, I didn't have to learn squat since all my opponent does is end on a copy of Stealth Ninja. Alright, easy enough I suppose. During my turn, I do my best to see if I can't OTK my opponent, but I end up failing in doing so. I pass with a copy of Dark Magician the Dragon Knight, Circle, and a Bottomless Trap Hole. Honestly, not half bad. It's then my opponent's turn and they proceed to make a crap ton of Super Heavy Samurai plays. At one point during their turn, my opponent tries to get rid of my Dragon Knight, but I instead opt to fuse it away to prevent them from actually resolving their effect. Midway through their combo, I think I found a choke point and used the effect of Imperm that I drew off my fusion monster to negate their monster effect. However, they're still able to perform a few more plays and end up synchro summoning into Ogre, who destroys 2 of my set cards. They then enter battle, destroy the Dark Magician, which gives me a copy of Dark Magician Girl and the Dragon Knight on my field. It's now my turn once again, and I need a good draw. It's my turn once again, and I need a good draw. I draw into a copy of Magician Souls. You know what? Not half bad. I use the effect, send Mahad to the graveyard, and special summon Dark Magician from my grave. I then use that Dark Magician and special summon Imduk. I manage to get rid of Ogre and then clear their entire field. But before ending my turn, I end up summoning a copy of Spheres. Holy cow, I actually can't believe I managed to bring this card out. This is sick. Not much of note happens for the next 2 turns until it's my opponent's turn once again. They do quite a few plays and end a copy of Big Bang Kai, who deals massive damage to me, but it's not enough to end the duel. It's now my turn once again and things are pretty much over. I normal summon my copy of Rod, search out Soul Servant, which draws me a whole 3 cards. Those 3 cards prove to be far too much for our opponent to handle since they end up scooping midway through our combo. Holy crap, we are on a roll right now. We've already reached the amount of wins we had last episode. Let's keep this up. We're now on Duel 5 and I'll be honest with you guys, there ain't all that much to report. My opponent was playing an Ojama deck that wasn't able to get anything going. I ended up taking this duel very convincingly, setting up my Dragon Knight lock, and needless to say, I took the duel pretty easy. To the point that they ended up just surrendering. Alright, let's go. 5-win streak. Also, this was the duel that got me to gold rank, so that's pretty cool too. We're at Duel 6 now, the halfway point of the episode, and this was a pretty funny and quick duel where I went up against some form of Infernity Burn deck or something? I don't know. My opponent ends up setting a million cards face down and activates the effect of Chain Energy. On my turn, I amass a large board, but I am unfortunately 800 attack points short from beating them right then and there. However, on their turn they don't do all that much and I quickly beat them shortly after it's my turn again. Heck yes. The win streak continues. Could this be the week we go undefeated? Let's hope. It's now Duel 7 and I go first again. I begin the turn with the activation of Illusion of Chaos to get a copy of Rod to my hand, who I then summon and it gets impermed immediately. Unfortunately, I can't do anything else and I end up passing my turn. During my opponent's turn, they reveal that they were playing Exo Sisters. Oh boy, it's a real deck. Fortunately enough, I do have an Ash Blossom in hand, and this will have to suffice for now. They use the effect of Exo Sister Martha, who I ash to prevent them from making any of their Xyz monsters. But unfortunately, they did have an extender in hand, and by the end of their turn, they end on 2 back rows and they face up the Callus. I begin my turn with the activation of Illusion, who gets ashed. I then use the effect of Triple Tack to steal their monster. In hindsight, I maybe should have used the effect to draw instead, but I was too concerned about their Exo Sister trap cards. Anyway, as I take their monster, they then use the effect of Magna Hut to special summon itself. Dude, please, enough with the bestials. Every player and their mother seems to be playing these wretched cards. Oh man, I swear. Anyway, I continue my turn, activate the effective circle, and whiff on it. And honestly, all I can do at this point is just crash both monsters into each other, and pass my turn. With no interruptions available on my field and or hand, my opponent swarms their field and gets more than enough damage to beat me. Well, so much for that undefeated win streak. But you know, we're still doing pretty okay. Duel 8 was the quickest duel I had all day. My opponent was playing an automatic deck where all they could do was set a card during their turn, which made it super easy to beat them on the crackback. Alright, that's all there is to report for this duel. Let's end this episode strong. Duel 9 starts off with me going first and summoning my copy of Rod. However, my opponent activates the effect of Imprint on it. Bro. This monster is a damn magnet for hand traps, I swear. Oh well. I then use the effect of Illusion and Souls, which then gets me a copy of Tamaya's and Dark Magician Girl. Thinking back now, I should have used the effect to send Dark Magician instead of Dark Magician Girl. Anyway, I end on a board of Dark Magician Girl, the Dragon Knight, Circle, and Eternal Soul. Oof. Definitely should have gone with Dark Magician. On my opponent's turn, I find out that they're playing Galaxy Eyes. God damn it, not this deck again. I keep losing to it. And it's not much different this time around either. Pretty much the only card that does anything on my field is my fusion monster, and it's only a pop that comes nowhere near enough to save me. Needless to say, my opponent makes 3 big ass dragons with 6k attack each and obliterates me. Heed my words, this is the last time I'm gonna lose to Galaxy. I will beat this deck if I face it against. I know I can. Alright, let's see if we can at least end this episode on a record of 8-2. At the bare minimum. We're now at the last duel of the episode, and I really don't want to end the episode on a loss. Luckily enough, I do win my coin flip and get to go first. My opening hand wasn't half bad either, and allows me to end on a field of the Dark Magicians, Dark Magician, and Eternal Soul. You know, it could have been a better field, but it could have been way worse either. My opponent then begins their turn and reveals that they're playing Hero. Oh no, not a DP turbo deck, please. That is one hell of a boss monster, and I don't know how well I can deal with that. My opponent continues their plays, however it seems like they don't really know what they're doing, and end up passing on a copy of Extra Hero Cross Crusader and 2 set cards. On my turn, I use the effect of Dark Magic Attack, swarm the field, and that was game. Well then, that was a lot more anticlimactic than I thought it was going to be, and significantly easier. I'll take it. So with that, this concludes Master Duel from Scratch, Episode 5. Glad to see that we finally made it into gold once again, and here's hoping that we can reach platinum just as fast. Additionally, we actually had a very strong showing in today's episode with us going 8-2 once again. However, I'm still kicking myself over that duel against the Galaxy Eyes deck. I feel like that duel was very winnable if we had taken a few different directions, but I won't dwell on it. Honestly, I'm just happy to say that we were able to go above 500 on today's episode, given the horrendous showing from the last. Do stay tuned for the next week's episode because I actually have some super interesting ideas as to what direction I want to take this deck, and I don't think any of you guys are going to see this coming. But if you did enjoy today's episode and want to follow me on this journey to see the evolution of this deck, then make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss another episode. And if for some reason this is the first episode you're catching of the series, then click here to check out the full playlist. Or if you're interested in other Yu-Gi-Oh content, then click here and check out some of my speed dueling videos. But with that, I've been Topsy. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I look forward to our next encounter. Bye.